Hey guys, what's up? So, I'm sorry for being away for the entire month of October, but when it began, I did not think it was going to turn out to be as busy as it actually did turn out to be. The reason why I was so busy is that currently I am taking my final class so that I will be able to graduate at the end of this semester and get my diploma next spring. The class I'm currently taking is mineralogy, as that is what the committee ruled and said that I could take in order to graduate. Mineralogy, for those of you who don't know what it is the study of chemistry, crystal structure, physical and optical properties of minerals. In other words, it's looking at what minerals rocks are made up of. As I said, this being my final class, all my time is spent making sure that I'm going to be able to pass this class, so I'll finally be able to graduate. So, for the entire month of October, I have been at the campus for 3 days out of each week. Class is on Thursdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. until 12:40 p.m. And afterwards, I've been staying after to work on the lab part of the class, as that is what I'm being graded on. The labs take a lot of time to complete, as I'm looking at a very special microscope called a petrographic microscope that allows me to be able to see all the details inside the thin sections of rocks. And that takes up a lot of time, because what I have to do is, since I'm able to see all the details and all the wonderful colors, because it's basically like looking in a kaleidoscope, but unfortunately every time I turn the stage and I get to see that kaleidoscope effect, I have to draw that multiple times over and over again, and of course that takes up a lot of time. It will all be worth it in the end though, as I'll be a graduate. Aside from the busy part of October, there were some actual fun things that happened, such as on October 16th, my mineralogy class went down to Richmond, Virginia, to this place called Moorfield Gem Mine, where I went down inside an actual mine. I went down in an actual mine, people. At first, when I got to this thing, that I will show you a picture of what it looks like now. That is what the mine shaft entrance looked like, a little old shaft. So you can kind of see what I'm about to tell you. Okay, so to get down into the mine itself, you have to go down the mine shaft. And that rickety old shaft is where you get into it. So I had to climb down this very small, unsafe ladder. Luckily, the ladder only went to about 15 rungs on the ladder, and then there'd be a platform so you could stand, and then you'd go down another 15 rung ladder, and then you platform. But the problem is, you step inside, and then you put one foot on the ladder, and then somehow you have to bring your other foot over. There's nothing for you to step on to get your other foot on the other part of the ladder. So it's kind of like, okay, one over, and then you kind of have to swing, jump over to grab onto the ladder before you start climbing down into this very narrow, I mean very narrow shaft in the unsafe ladder. Plus, on top of all of that, it was very dark, except for the lamp I had on top of my hard hat. And it's very damp because it's a mine. And apparently mines are damp because water is, trickling down. And basically, I was really nervous and very scared, because when you first look at it, it just goes all the way down into nothing but darkness. But, when you start going down the ladder, at first everything's fine because daylight is still above you. It wasn't until you get about middle of the mine itself, that's when the daylight goes away, and the only light you've got is your headlamp that's on your hard hat as you're climbing down. But since, of course, you don't want to look down as you're climbing down, you have to look right at the ladder rungs and the mine wall itself, so you don't get to see much. Plus, climbing down the ladder itself is like, you put one foot on one rung, but then you're like, I can't find the other rung, I can't find it, I'm gonna fall, but it's like, just slowly keep coming down the ladder and there's no problem. And once I finally was down at the very bottom of the mine itself, it was very pretty. I mean, I'm gonna show you the pictures here right now. Aren't these pictures picture's just fantastic. I mean, I've never been inside a cave or a mine before. This was something for me. This was definitely something. This was very pretty as you're seeing these lovely, pretty pictures of what this mine looked like. So once I was down at the very bottom of the mine itself, there was this area where the owner slash mine tour guide was telling us that on this level, you can pick up whatever you want and bring it back up, and that's what I did. So I'm gonna show you, this is right here. This is pure topaz. This green is called Amazonite, and this big piece here is called smoky quartz, and it also has a pigmatite in it. And don't worry if you couldn't see any of that, because there will be nice detailed video that's gonna go in right now. October just wouldn't be October without Halloween. Among all the things I had going on for the month of October, I still managed to find time for Halloween. Now, seeing as I'm older and I don't have any younger siblings, I really can't trick-or-treat anymore, which is really a shame, because I mean, age is just really a number. I think it more just like, if you still, you know, look youthful and like you still have that free childhood spirit, I don't see why you shouldn't be able to trick-or-treat. But you know how society is and all that stuff. So nowadays, I look forward to Halloween by decorating. I love decorating the outside of the house and the lawn, and that's what makes Halloween for me, because I love adding new things and trying this and doing that, and you know, just making, you know, the yard look like Halloween. And you know, when the trick-or-treaters show up, and as long as I get like a few compliments and like, ooh, the tombstone, oh, this is scary, or ooh, I like this or that, and like, my day's made. So now I'm going to show you what I did this year for Halloween. So, there you have it. October was busy, but at the same time, I didn't manage to let it get too hectic, and I still had time for fun. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found, you know, at least some parts of it interesting, especially maybe the gem mine. Maybe you might want to go down there. There'll be details down below about Moorfield Gem Mine if you're interested. And also, why not subscribe? And you know, so you'll be able to know when I make more videos. You can do so by clicking here. And of course, everything will be down below as well. Alright then, that's all from me. And until next time, I will see you all. And I hope you had a great Halloween and your week is just going great and fantastic and all that great, wonderful stuff. So, as I said, that's it for me, and I'll see you. Alright, bye.